I was reading an article in the Lion's Roar magazine written by a former monk named Bradley Donaldson. And he comes across this particular line. Well, first I should say Lion's Roar, if you're not familiar, is a magazine that focuses on life from a Buddhist perspective and a meditative perspective. And years ago, it used to be called Shambhala Sun. I've been reading it since in my 20s. So in this particular article, Bradley Donaldson, he quotes a Thai forest master, Ajahn Chah, someone whose work I love to read, by the by. And the quote is, "If you let go a little, you will have a little peace. If you let go a lot, you will have a lot of peace. If you let go completely, you will have complete peace." Sometimes you just have to breathe certain things in and be with the presence of it. Because the more we cling to things, to life, to people, places, things, the greater our suffering truly, the harder it is to be without these things, these people, these places, if for some reason they're met with the nature of impermanence. And the thing is, all things will be met with the nature of impermanence. All things change. And so to think about letting go and how when we do that, we have peace. It's a reminder to once again be with the full experience of our lives. Because if we begrudge the way of our lives, particularly when we're faced with the sudden nature of our mortality, if we begrudge that, we suffer. We are no longer even with the present moment. We're no longer inside of the limited time that we have because we're stuck somewhere begrudging reality. What does it mean to begrudge reality? How does that serve us? It doesn't change reality. It's like worrying. How worrying is placing our time and attention on something we do not even want to happen. We fear that a diagnosis will bring us quickly to our mortality, that we'll die, we won't have enough time. We fear that, we worry about that. And that worry, fear is natural, normal, right? That worry robs us of the time we have right now. Worry that we won't have enough time later. And so the time that we do have, rather than being present with it, rather than letting go of hopes, wishes, and dreams, we're consumed with worry. And so then we do not live now and we do not live later. Some moments really bring me to pause and consideration and reflection. Because the more we hold on, the greater our suffering. And yet, we hold on. We do not want things to end. We never want the feeling to be other than how it feels when it feels the way we want it to feel. We do not want it to change. We want the people we love to last forever, to live forever. We want to live forever. And so we hold on and we protect, which means we're not living the full experience, which means ultimately we do not have peace. We have angst and worry and concern and fear. If only those things helped. What is it about the mind that it easily goes into the areas that exacerbate the issue, make it worse, prolong it, elongate the matter, rather than defaulting to a place of meeting it, accepting it, inquiring of it, accessing the deepest wisdom that would help it, being at peace no matter what. Why isn't the mind defaulting there? Isn't it something? And yet the truth is, letting go is the greatest freedom, the greatest sense of peace and meaning and purpose when letting go is required. When we resist what is needed, when we resist what is happening, it is an immovable force. It is an unstoppable force. When we risk what is unstoppable, who suffers? Who loses? The unstoppable force or the one resisting? It's the one resisting. We may be self-righteous. We may be so afraid that we allow the anger to lead us, and we demand, and we feel privileged, and we deserve. And in the quiet of the night, we suffer, and the system continues to be the system, and nature continues to be itself. And change is continuously always in motion. And we suffer because we're not allowing ourselves to change with the change as things are changing. We somehow think resistance to be the path when resistance is futile. We are better served at the intersection of meeting what is being asked. And not that it's easy, but that it is what is needed in order to know what is coming, in order to be in alignment with life, to flow. Resistance is not flow. When we are flowing, we're one with the all, one with life. We're moving along the way of the path and having the full experience. When we choose instead to disagree with flow and resist the movement, we're no longer in alignment. We're stagnated. We're stuck. We're creating more hardships, more suffering. It really reminds me of how much magic we all possess. I won't call it power or control. Those popped into my mind, but they're not the truth of what I mean. The magic we all possess to affect our lives based on how we meet the moment. It's pretty big. It's pretty powerful in a magic way, in a mystery way. So today, may we practice letting go, even if it's just a little and we get a little peace. And we keep practicing our way to complete letting go. And then maybe we go back to a little. And then we do a little more until we cultivate the practice of letting go to access and live in truth and peace and alignment and oneness. That is the yes. That is the yes. I wish the yes for you and for me. I wish the yes for us all.